Trong truyện ngắn Megumin, kẻ diệt rồng, phần ngoại truyện của Konosuba tập 1, chúng ta sẽ được chứng kiến một lần nữa sức mạnh hủy diệt của cô pháp sư Explosion đáng yêu nhưng cực kỳ phiền phức. Một chuyến đi đơn giản đến mỏ đá lại biến thành thảm họa nổ tung trời. Và Megumin thì vẫn tự hào tuyên bố mình là kẻ diệt rồng, dù con rồng đó có hơi nhỏ hơn bình thường. Nếu bạn thấy thích câu chuyện này, đừng quên like, share và subscribe kênh để ủng hộ mình có thêm động lực dịch tiếp Konosuba và nhiều bộ light novel thú vị khác nhé.
Konosuba, Volume 1, Epilogue. The day after Beldia was defeated, I was thinking about what to do in the future as I walked to the guild alone. It was my obligation to take down the Demon King, but that meant I had to take on strong enemies like Beldia in the future. Should I finish the quest of defeating the Demon King so the heavens can grant me one wish? Or give up and find a place to live peacefully in this world? Of course, I had decided on the answer. I had the weakest job, so I wouldn't be so lucky as to be able to win all the battles I would face. I planned to live my life leisurely and avoid dangerous matters. I would use my knowledge of Japan to start a business. After setting up my career, if I had time to spare and ever felt like seeking thrills, I could take on simple quests. I opened the adventurer's doors as I was planning my life. A strong smell welcomed me when I opened the doors. The passion of the crowd and the strong scent of alcohol flowed out from the open doors. The adventurers held a party in broad daylight to commemorate us defeating the Demon King's boss. Ah, you're too slow, Kazuma. Everyone's already starting to get smashed. Aqua, who was in a great mood, told me as I entered the guild. Hey, hurry and collect the bounty, Kazuma. Almost all the adventurers have claimed the rewards for defeating the Demon King's boss. I did too, but as you can see, I drank a lot of it away. Aqua was happy, opening her money pouch for me to see. Then she scratched her head and laughed cheerfully. This girl was drunk. I didn't know how the drinking age of this world was set. On a closer look, many of the adventurers inside the guild were so drunk that they couldn't even walk steadily. Ignoring those drunkards, I headed for the counter. Darkness and Megumin were already there. You're here, Kazuma. Quick, collect your reward. I waited really long for you, Kazuma. Listen to me. Darkness is really petty, saying that it was too early for me to drink. Wait, it has nothing to do with being petty. That's not what I meant. The two of them started bickering, so I approached the counter lady. For some reason, the familiar counter lady had an awkward expression. Well, Satou Kazuma-san, correct? We have been expecting you. The attitude of the counter lady made me feel something was up. Well, first will be the rewards for these two ladies. The counter lady then gave 2 small bags to Darkness and Megumin. Strange. What about me? As I was getting suspicious, the counter lady spoke. Actually, it's like this. The guild has decided to present a special reward for Kazuma's party. Why just us? When I asked, someone answered me. Hey, MVP, if not for you guys, there's no way we could have beaten that Doulahan. To respond to that, the drunkards agreed rowdily. Everyone! I had been experiencing hardship since coming to this world, so I was a bit touched by everyone's kindness. So, I represented all 4 people on my team to receive the special reward. The counter lady cleared her throat and, to honor Satou Kazuma and his party for victory over the Demon King's general, Beldia, the guild awards them 300 million Aries. 300 and... We were speechless. The adventurers turned silent when they heard the amount. After that, hey, 300 million, it's your treat, Kazuma. Whoa, Kazuma-sama, treat us, treat us. Adventurers started asking me to buy the bill. Ah, right. Hey, Darkness, Megumin, I have something to tell you both of you. I plan on cutting down on adventuring in the future. With such a large amount of money, we could live a peaceful life of luxury. Hey, wait a minute. It's troubling if I can't fight strong enemies. And what about defeating the Demon King? This is a problem for me too. I want to defeat the Demon King with Kazuma and gain the title of the strongest mage. Their protests were drowned out by the noise that was getting rowdier. Under these circumstances, the counter lady showed an apologetic face and handed me a paper. It was filled with zeros. Was this the check of this world? Aqua drunkenly came over to me and peeked at the paper in my hand. Things are like this. Because of Kazuma's party, which is to say Aqua-san's flood, the buildings around the town were washed away and damaged like a catastrophic disaster. But taking into account the merit of defeating a boss of the Demon King, the town won't ask for full compensation, just a part of it. That's how it is. After making this announcement, the counter lady slowly averted her gaze and left the counter in a hurry. After seeing the paper in my hand, Megumin fled. I immediately grabbed the collar of Aqua, who was about to follow. After seeing our reactions, the adventurers realized the bill wasn't a small amount and looked the other way. Darkness looked at the compensation bill and put her hand on my shoulder. Reward is 300 million. The compensation is 340 million. Kazuma, let's take on quests with strong enemies to earn lots of money starting tomorrow. Darkness said with a bright smile that stemmed from the bottom of her heart. Do I have to spend my life with these incompetent comrades in this ridiculous world? I slowly closed my eyes and steeled my resolve to defeat the Demon King, to escape from this ridiculous world.
Volume 1, Short Story, Megumin the Dragon Slayer, at a quarry close to town. Right, Ojo-chan, I'll leave it in your hands. Heh, leave it to me. Feast your eyes, for I shall demonstrate a glimpse of my true power right here. Were I serious, this entire quarry. Could you stand a little bit further back? Yeah, there'll do. The chief civil engineer and Megumin were discussing how to proceed with their blast. However, why do I have to accompany you? I don't have a choice. I won't be able to move after using my magic, so I'll need you to carry me home. For some reason, I was dragged along to the quarry too. I don't need to be here for that. You could just let the civil engineer uncle carry you back. He's probably stronger than I am. What kind of nonsense are you saying? Take a look at this heavy-set, beast-like man. If I was left alone with this man, unable to move, who knows what he would do to a frail girl like me? That won't happen. Hey, why are you two screaming like that? Why don't you explain it to me in detail? Megumin raised her staff, her eyes glowing red. Seeing that, the civil engineer hastily said, Well, leaving that aside, our objective is that giant boulder. We can't get to work with that in the way. I discussed this issue with the guild, and they recommended you to me. So, what do you think? Are you up to it? Of course. My name is Megumin, the one who will eventually slay the Demon King. A rock like that is but a pittance. Pew, pew. What is that? A bird-like cry suddenly rang out, causing us to exchange confused looks. Looking closely at that boulder, I could see a bird's nest-like object perched on the top. Oh, that's a wyvern hatchling. My God, to think that something like this could be nesting so close to town. But it's good that you are here, Ojo-chan. Blow it away along with that rock. It may be a hatchling, but wyverns are highly aggressive carnivores. If we let it be, it'll cause widespread damage in the future. Its parents aren't here, so it's a great chance to get rid of it. Ugh. Hearing the engineer's words, Megumin let out a squeak. Megumin looked at the small wyvern as it constantly chirped. It's probably tough for her to end such a defenseless creature, but as adventurers, we can't let dangerous monsters roam free. Furthermore, the target is a wyvern, When it grows up, it'll definitely become a serious threat to humanity. But Megumin had an uncertain expression on her face and didn't move. In the end, Megumin opted not to cast her spell and dejectedly hung her head before us. Seeing her, the engineer scratched his head and smiled. Well, I guess it can't be helped. It's probably too cruel a job for an Ojo-chan. I'll call you back to destroy that boulder after the wyvern has left the nest. The engineer let out a hearty laugh. Megumin seemed to brighten up upon hearing his words. Let's take it down in a proper battle once it's grown up, I said with a smile. Still, you missed out on a great chance there, Ojo-chan. It may be young, but you'd still become a wyvern slayer after killing it. And wyverns are also a type of dragon. You'll be able to call yourself a dragon slayer after that. He joked. I joined in his laughter. You can call yourself a dragon slayer even if you defeat a hatchling? That's nice, isn't it? It definitely sounds like the title of a hero who will defeat the Demon King. Explosion! Megumin interrupted me with her spell. At the same time, a loud boom resonated throughout the quarry, followed by a strong shockwave. The sudden spell gave us no time to prepare ourselves, and the engineer and I both ended up getting blown over. Laying on the ground, I slightly shifted to look around me. The engineer must have hit himself on the head. He was showing the whites of his eyes and seemed completely out of it. On the other side, Megumin lay collapsed on the ground after expending her magic. Without lifting her head, she proudly said, "My name is Megumin, wielder of explosion magic and the one who defeated a dragon. Kazuma, please call me Dragon Slayer Megumin from now on." You little piece of...